What's up, fellas? So, guys, been asking me to give my take on the coronavirus. All right, guys. Well, the reason I have been postponing talking about it is because, you can't get no definitive answers about, what's going on, what it's going to lead. You hear some people saying we might go to a Great Depression. You hear some people saying we might be back to normal in 3 months. So, but guys keep asking me, what's my thoughts on it. So I'm just gonna give you my thoughts on it from what I can tell and stuff like that. So, I seen other people on YouTube make coronavirus videos, and the fucking coronavirus experts that jumped all down their fucking throats and shit. All right, so I ain't never claiming to be no coronavirus expert, nor do I care to be a coronavirus expert. Okay, guys, ask me my fucking opinion. So I'm just gonna give y'all guys what I think about it. Okay. So there you go. Take that for, and as my man Dave Ramsey say, that's worth just what you paid for it. Okay. So, well, first of all, guys, economically, this is going to, in my opinion, okay, this is going to cripple the economy. I just can't see how it don't cripple the fucking economy. When you close, so I know you older guys understand the economy and all this and that other shit, so this might not pertain to you, but some of the younger guys, 16, 17, 18, because I ain't know how the economy worked when I was 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, so let me tell the young guys how the economy worked. This is how the economy work, guys. You see, though, so let's hypothetically say, and you ain't got to be just that young. You could be 21. So let's take 21, all right? Because ain't nobody at 16, 17 really working. So let's say 21, 22, right? So you 21, 22, and let's say you one of the lucky ones that still have your job, right? You didn't lose your job. It didn't hit you, right? You don't work at a restaurant. You don't work at a club or something like that. Maybe you do something that you really ain't have to close. So this is how it works, guys. Those people who work at hotels, restaurants, clubs, things like that where large people gathers. And so those spots that had to close down, what y'all guys got to understand is they losing some money out of the income. Not all yet. Some of them got some, paid leave. One of the girls I'm dating, she's the manager at St. Regis. And she told me that the employees gonna get some kind of pay leave, some hazard pay, or some kind of pay. So they gonna get something plus unemployment and all that. So, but that's only for so long, right? So most of these places are gonna get them something for a little while. Every place is gonna be different, but regardless, it won't be what they was making usually, right? And y'all guys gotta understand that takes away their expendable income. So let's theoretically say you have a guy that's making $600 a week. And let's say now, due to being laid off, he's going to get $400 a week with unemployment and whatever the job give him. So they just say he lose the $200. That $200 was what that was going to be his expendable cash. The money that he'll go blow on whatever, his leisure time, whatever he want to do, take his girl out to eat, whatever. Okay? When you take that money out of the economy, eventually, if it didn't hit you yet, it will get to you eventually. That's how recessions happen, guys. If once you take a sector out of the economy, once these people don't have money to spend, eventually, indirectly, whatever you doing, it will get to you eventually. May not be next week, may not be the following week. It might take 3 months. It might take 6 months. But eventually, since those people aren't spending money into the economy, eventually it'll work its way to you some kind of way. Because those people, maybe the money he spend, he don't spend it with you, but the people that he's spending with, they spend it with you. Or they can't buy houses or whatever. It will get to you. So it starts to start a snowball effect. And it works the other way also, guys. That's why they give people stimulus packages. That's why they do the stimulus package. Because when they give people money, people go out and spend money, so then people need to hire. So it works both ways. Once you start hiring these people, they got money to spend, and then it starts to create jobs. And it works the exact same opposite way also, guys. So this is going to cripple the economy. Now, for you young guys that ain't never been through nothing like this here, and you know, it's crazy. People have to go through shit like this to learn. This shit right here is what Dave Ramsey was speaking on when he talk about over leveraging. And for all you guys that don't know what over leveraging is, it's when you go and get all these houses on the mortgage to rent out to tenants. Well, those tenants don't have rent right now, but you still responsible for paying those mortgages. Now, I know that the mortgages are being held up supposedly by the feds and stuff like this, so people won't be able to have to pay their mortgage right now. If y'all guys think they're going to be carrying that shit on forever and a day, you crazy as hell. They'll do it for a month or two, right? They'll cut you a break for a month. But if y'all guys think they finna sit around and do that forever, you crazy as hell. Okay? So eventually you'll start seeing something happen with the housing market. And understand, guys, that I'm taking this all from the notion that things are going to be messed up for just a little while, maybe 3 to 6 months, okay? If all this shit is null and void if they found a vaccine next week, okay? I'm just taking this on the notion that they not going to find a vaccine and it's only going to keep spreading. And if things keep spreading, this is the path that we head down. And so this is usually what it takes for people. You have to usually go through some trauma like this before saving money becomes something that you take as a priority. See, what happens is, guys, we all take our health for granted. We all think we Superman. So we all just assume that we just gonna be able to go to work the next day and just, so you go spend money, you just think like, oh, I'm gonna put it back because, you know, ain't nothing gonna happen, or you keep your fingers crossed, ain't nothing gonna happen. Nobody never saw nothing like this coming, even me. And so shit like this, guys, is more paramount of why you guys have to save your fucking money. It's the difference for this being something as a minor inconvenience and something that you can't get no sleep at night over. If you right now, if you didn't save your fucking money right now, I guarantee you are in a fucking panic. I know I would. I know I would fucking be. You in a fucking panic. You have to save money. Period, guys. Even over investing. All right, investing is something you do once you got 6 months to a year's worth of savings. I always have felt like have a year's savings in your bank account. I know most economy people say have 3 to 6 months. I always felt like 6 months to a year was much better. And that's because I've been through it. I've had to go back and live with my auntie at 23, 24 years old. I've already had to do that shit. And so and let me show y'all how bad it was at that time. I only got unemployed that same month. So my rent due like on the 1st, right? I got laid off like on the 10th of that month. I'm living so much check to check that I couldn't even make that rent that month. That's how close to the edge I was fucking living. That you would at least think that I can at least make my rent 1 or 2 months before move. No. I had to move back in with my auntie that same fucking month. So it's paramount that you saving. Now, probably a lot of people are going to die. A lot of older people, you guys, especially ones that, you know, you come encounter with old people and stuff like this, you need to make sure you quarantine yourself. You're putting your family at fucking risk. I don't encounter no old people. All right. Y'all guys know I live alone. I don't encounter no old people at all. All right. The most I encounter old people if I see them at Trader Joe's or something like that, or Whole Foods. So, but for you guys that, you know, you got older grandparents or whatever, you need to make sure, because just because it doesn't affect you, it could affect them. Now, we in some bad fucking times, guys. I mean, I want y'all guys to just flow with me for a second where I'm going with this. How is this shit going to end anytime soon when one person can start the whole thing over? The only thing that can make me think that this possibly is going to end anytime soon is they come up with a vaccine. That's the only way I could think of this shit ending anytime soon. So assuming that they can't come up with a vaccine anytime soon, this could be the norm for a while. All right? You ain't going to have no jobs where people can congregate, like no clubs, no restaurants. So that part of the economy gone. People trying to tell me something where Amazon hiring. What the hell is 100,000 Amazon employees gonna do when millions of people about to lose their fucking job on top of the millions that already done got laid off? Okay, guys. So I can't stress. If don't worry, guys. It's not the end of the world. Every general we just went through 9/11. I remember being at work where I'm like, oh shit, it's fucked up. Guess what? Went to work the next day. It was all on the news. It's the end of the world. We finna go into World War III. We finna go into it with Iran. We still here. Okay, guys. So the point of me saying that, we went through the recession in 2008. We was losing like 700,000 jobs a month and shit like that. It looked like the fucking end of the world. It looked like we was finna go into a global depression. We made it out. We very resilient. We'll work. We'll get through this. And it might be a little inconveniencing. I won't tell you that lie. It might be a little inconveniencing, but we always get through every fucking thing, guys. Now it's a dangerous thing. What I will tell y'all guys, in the dating game, the blue pill guys about to get a first class education on female nature. I can tell you that shit right now. Because when shit hit the fan, this is when guys learn about female nature. Period. And they finna get a first hand. All that lovey-dove bullshit go right out the fucking window when you can't provide. And this is for when your woman views you as a beta male provider. Obviously, it doesn't matter if a woman views you as a fucking alpha male. As we all have had girls who viewed us as an alpha male. You could be sleeping on the fucking couch and got shit, and she'll go out and get it from some other sucker and bring it home to you. But if a woman viewing you as a beta male provider, you about to get a fucking rude awakening on fucking female nature. I can tell you that shit right fucking now. The price of pussy about to go down, guys. The price of pussy about to go down. I'm telling you that shit right fucking now. Alright, one reason why women was acting such, the way they acting so difficult and shit like that is because they have their own money now. Alright, that kind of like women having their own money kind of put the beta male provider out of a fucking job, so to speak, other than validation and shit. Well, the beta male provider is about to come back in style now. That's how shit goes, guys. That's how shit goes. Now, a lot of women out of work, a lot of beta male providers, your phone is about to fucking be ringing. Alright, you gonna have to be fucking solid and stand down for what you're supposed to be for. All that bullshit, all that tricking shit, we ain't with that over here. Alright, a lot of women finna be calling, a lot of you guys that are successful, been on your purpose and shit, like, as some of you find out, and I know a lot of y'all guys found this out, even getting on your purpose and shit like this here, you still struggle attracting women. That's because they view you as a beta male provider. What I suspect now is that guy is gonna be in style now. The guy who can actually do something, the guy who been on his purpose, got his own shit and got his own money, I suspect that to be more attractive now in the dating game. Okay, guys? So that's just all my assumptions on what I see. Like I said, guys, I don't claim to be no coronavirus expert. Don't care to be. I just pray that we all make it through this shit, man. I'll get back with you guys later. What's up, fellas? So I actually broke containment on Saturday just to get out the house. I actually met this chick online, and that's probably gonna be the only way you can meet chicks right now. So it was our first time meeting up, and the only reason I even got online because of the quarantine bullshit. And met her on here and got out and had some drinks. And said, you can see it's dead as hell. This is Saturday afternoon. There's only a few people walking around. But I had to fucking get out the house. I literally fucking about to go crazy. So I advise you guys, if y'all start to feel like the walls closing in on you, just get outside, maybe walk around or something like this. We met out for a drink. I had my other chick coming over after this at about 8 o'clock. So I just met up with her like 4 o'clock. But I did make sure that, well, I don't know if that looked like I was doing too much distancing, but you get my point. What's up, fellas? So I had a loyal patient supporter that wanted to know what affects the woman's minimum attraction requirement. All right. And this is, I've been on YouTube so long now. It is amazing that I've been on YouTube now with 2.5 years almost doing this shit. And this is the first time I've heard this question. And this is a damn good question. Because he was like, is it other factors or is it just her personal taste? This is a good ass question, guys. Well, first of all, guys, her cultural upbringing is going to be the number one thing that affects her minimum attraction requirement. Okay, usually this is going to be race. All right, usually. Now you can break through it and find other races attractive, but generally speaking, the average person gonna be attracted to somebody in their race because of our cultural upbringing. That's what we saw. Okay, guys. So that's gonna be number one. Whatever the cultural standard is. Okay. You ain't gonna see too many of them Amish people dating outside of that. You know, y'all guys one of the Amish, those guys who had those little curly pigtails, the little pilgrim looking motherfuckers with the hats and stuff. I think they Jewish and stuff like that. They own kind. Now I'm quite sure some has ventured out, but by and large, they gonna stick to their own kind. And that's just because that's their cultural upbringing. Okay, guys, I think they're Jewish, if I'm not mistaken. I think they're Jewish. Okay, so that's gonna be probably number one, guys. Number two, the hard wiring. Now, what's the hard wiring? Guys, whether you know it or not, men and women are hardwired to be more attractive to certain characteristic traits, physical traits of a person. Men are more hardwired to like a curvaceous woman. Women are more hardwired to like tall and fit men. This don't mean you gotta look like fucking Ronnie Coleman. Okay, just fit, just flat stomach, decent shoulders, decent arms, toned. That's it. Women are gonna find you more attractive than a 400-pound guy. That is facts, guys. I'm not saying a 400-pound guy can't attract women. When I do these videos, you just get lumped in where guys go to one extreme or another. No, a 400-pound guy can attract a woman. What I'm saying is he gonna have to harder time attracting women than a fit guy. That's all I'm fucking saying. If you 5'7", you gonna have a harder time attracting women than a guy that's 6'3". It's just the fucking bottom line. All right. So she's hard. How she's hardwired. Women are hardwired that way. Okay. That does give you a tall, fit guy. You do have a fucking advantage. But guess what? There are guys who run a 4.2 in football that's sitting their ass on the fucking sideline. Just because you have a fucking advantage doesn't mean that's the end all be all. It's other fucking things, variables at play here other than just that. It's not just a apples to oranges type thing. It's a lot of variables at play here. Okay, guys? So it's not, oh, you tall and fit. No, it's a lot of tall, fit motherfuckers that ain't got no ass. Period. Virgins. Done had them. Done talk to them on the phone, guys. Tall. I'm looking at the guys, tall, fit guys, 23-year-old virgin. Okay, so it's not, but then you would take another guy, 5'5", 150 pounds, and he banging everything. Okay, so it's a lot of variables at play, but by and large, a tall, fit guy is going to have an advantage. Okay. Number three, trends, guys. This is important. Trends. Any of y'all guys remember growing up? Most of you guys are young. Any of you guys, I can think back to a time when I was young. Well, when I was super young, light skin was in, right? And then Wesley Snipes hit right around with Denzel, right around, I think if I'm not mistaken, like 92, something like that. Where Denzel got real hot, Wesley Snipes got real hot, and all of a sudden dark skin was in. So trends make a difference too, particularly whatever the hot celebrity is at that fucking time. Whoever the hot celebrity is at that time, you're gonna see that. Whatever his look is, you'll tend to see that come into style. So that plays a big. I remember when Michael Jordan made bald men sexy. And any of y'all guys could think back. It was once upon a time, man. And I'm gonna give Michael Jordan total credit for this. Before Michael Jordan, being bald was considered not, you know, he's bald. You know, that was he's bald. Then Michael Jordan came in and he made it fucking sexy. Okay, guys. So just these trends, what other women are saying are sexy now. If other women said this sexy, then this is gonna be sexy. If other women said Jerry curls are gonna be sexy, you better believe you have dudes around here growing fucking Jerry curls. Okay, guys. So it's just a matter of trends. What's in, what's out. Do women like dark skinned men this year? Do women like super buff dudes? I remember once upon a time, for a short period of time, where being a super buff dude was in. Then that became he too big, and then it went to more like a Christian Guzman fit, slim, fit type. So it just trends just come in and out, guys. All right, so that will affect it too. Y'all already know women got that sheep mentality where one sees something attractive, then they all see it fucking attractive. Next, guys, her own personal taste. Now, a woman can you have all these variables at play where a woman can find attractive, and then, but she can override it with what she found attractive. And so this is when I sit here and I tell you guys, this is when you see the woman will date a black guy, even though she know her family is gonna fucking hate him. All right, but she just find him attractive. So her own personal taste comes into play also, regardless of all the other bullshit. You'll see, listen, I remember when dark skin was in, and I still had girls that like me. So just because something comes in doesn't mean that that's all women gonna pay attention to. You still gonna have some women that they still have their own personal taste regardless of what society's saying. Okay, guys? Next, age. Age is, listen, I've had this discussion with y'all guys so many times. I don't feel like having to hear about, why women maturity and all this other shit. Some of you guys think women just go to the beta male provider because she's looking for a provider, because y'all listen to all this red pill rhetoric. And a lot of the red pill shit is good, but it's not. A lot of the red pill shit is just coming cut, it's just white. It doesn't have it don't set no parameters as in different variables that come into play. It just tells you, when a woman turns 30, she's looking for a beta male provider. And hypergamy says that a woman is always looking for a man that makes more money than you. Anybody been dating women know that's, if you gonna take that as an absolute, that's complete bullshit. All of us done had a hot chick when we ain't have no fucking money, and we know she had better options. Okay, guys? And so when I sit here and I tell y'all some of this shit about the red pill, a lot of the shit that you hear in the red pill community is true, but it doesn't take in no kind of different variables. Okay, guys? So, like I said, with a woman's age, when a woman ages, she gets maturity and she finds different things attractive. So what a woman might find attractive at 17, 18, when she get 32, she might not find that attractive. So when a woman's 17, 18, she find a little thug with the cornrows in her head attractive. When she get 32, 33, just a maturity. It ain't no aspect of, she don't want the bad guy no more. Sometimes that can be, the issue. I won't tell y'all guys that lie, that sometimes a woman would want to be with the tough guys when they're young. But when you get 32, 33, you start to look for, you just fucking mature. The type of women that I was attracted to at 21 is different than when I'm at 41 in November. You think I'm still attracted to the same woman at 21 as I was when I was 21? Hell fucking no. Okay, guys? I prefer to now, if a girl goes in my rotation, I prefer her now to have a fucking career. That was not a requirement when I was 21. The only requirement was to have a fat ass. That's all I fucking cared about. Some thick hips and a big old ass. That's all I fucking cared about. I'm finna be 41 in November. I have much more higher standards for myself. Now, that's just maturity. Okay, guys? So age plays a big role in it. Next, the last one, guys, gonna be swag. Now, the difference between swag and confidence is confidence, when I think of confidence, is something a woman sees when she's dealing with you, interacting with you, talking to you. Swag is something a woman can see across the room, just the way you carry yourself. That is swag. Confidence is you come up to me and I'm interacting with you and you acting confident. Okay? Swag is the way you walk. And I'm not even talking about sex appeal, guys, because if I say go on sex appeal, I'm thinking more, when I think of sex appeal, I'm thinking more of looks. When I say swag, I'm talking about, let's take the sex appeal, let's take your looks out of it completely. I'm talking purely on how you carry yourself, how you stand, just your swagger. Okay, guys? So usually as women mature, they start to move more into swag. Okay, guys? So that is what, those are all the variables that are at play with a woman's minimal attraction requirement. I know some of you guys just think it's just looks, and but no, it's a lot of variables at play, social programming, all that fucking bullshit, guys. Of course, our own personal taste and all that, but age and maturity, all that plays a role in it, guys. All right, I'll get back with you guys later. What's up, fellas? So I had a loyal patron supporter ask me, what's the meaning of life? Now, you know, this was a email that I got. So he didn't really, you know, tell me why he asked me that question. But I got some assumptions why he asked me that question. When somebody asks you what's the meaning of life, that's because life is usually kicking their ass right now. That's what that usually comes from. Life is really kicking their ass right now. And so what they end up asking themselves is, why am I even here? All right, that don't mean that they about to commit suicide. It just means that they starting to question, what's the meaning of all this shit? And I used to ask myself similar questions to that when I was doing construction back home, working dead-end jobs and shit like that, scraping by. And what ends up happening is, if for all you guys out there that don't know, young or old, when you work a dead-end job, what ends up happening is you end up working overtime as many hours as you can just to scrape by, and you really don't have time to really enjoy yourself. So it's just like, I wake up, I go to work, I work 10, 12 hours a day, I come home, I eat, watch maybe an hour of TV, then go to bed, and I wake up and I do that shit all over again. So for all you guys that don't understand, that's where that comes from. When you work these little shitty jobs where you got to work 60 hours a week to scrape by just to pay bills, it's just like, all I do is just work and pay bills. And maybe, if I'm lucky, I can get a beer on Saturday. But the Sunday is, I ain't got no money to go out and enjoy myself. So really, I'm just in the house preparing for the work week. And it's like, it's just a non-ending cycle of just work and pay bills and work and pay bills. I've been there. So for all you guys that feel like that, let me give y'all guys some advice. You're put here on this earth to leave a legacy. This can be through a child or your purpose in life. That's why you're here. Preferably both together. Okay, now we got a lot of red pill brothers over here that some of you guys probably never want to have kids. I don't plan on never having kids, but shit changed. I'm only 40. Who knows? When I'm 45, I might be like, you know, start wanting to leave a legacy to my son or something, or even a daughter, you know. As of right now, I don't feel that way, but shit changes, right? Everything changes. Everything changing with me but getting married. All right, but that possibly could change, okay? And with your purpose in life, leaving a legacy, okay? Like Steve Jobs, he left a legacy, okay? He's dead and gone, but he's left a legacy. So that's why you're put here. In the meantime, since you're going to be here 50, 60, 70, 80, hopefully 90 years, you want to make that time as pleasant as possible, as enjoyable as possible. Okay? The thing is, you have to sacrifice. Listen to this. Because the reason why he asked me that question is, he hasn't sacrificed. Okay? He hasn't sacrificed to get a skill or an education so that later he can live a much pleasant life. See, you get to work in this dead-end job. You know what? I don't even want to characterize it as a dead-end job. You can feel like this making $200,000 a year as a lawyer. Because what happens? You make $200,000 a year as a lawyer, $250,000. What you do? You bring your lifestyle right up with it. This is why it's more imperative, guys, to be on your purpose in life. Because even if you're a lawyer, you still can fucking be working all the time and just paying bills. Even though you make a lot of money, you bring your lifestyle right up with it. So you make 250 grand a year, what you gonna go do? You gonna go get out, you gonna go and get an $800,000 house with a mortgage and fucking 2 cars. And you gonna travel the world. So you might not be broke living check to check, but your cost of living is right there with your income. So the only solution is to get on your purpose in life, guys. That's the only way you're gonna find happiness in life. That's why he asked me that question. He's not on his purpose in life, and therefore, even if he has a good job, even if he's making 6 figures a year, it still feels like just in this never-ending tread of bullshit. You have to get on your purpose in life, or you're gonna keep asking yourself, what's the meaning of this life? Even if you're making $500,000 a year and you got a lot of money in the bank, and let's just say you didn't bring your income up, it's still just gonna feel like I work, I buy clothes, I go out to the club, I drink, I have a good time, then it's right back to the work week, and it's still like, is that all life is about? It's gonna feel like that if you're not on your purpose in life. You're not gonna enjoy life. Life is gonna always feel like that until you find something you genuinely love to do and pursue that. It's gonna take a sacrifice. It's gonna take a sacrifice to get there. That is the issue. Now, like I told you guys, I've said this in a previous video. Some of you guys would probably never find what you have a purpose in life for. Sad to say, guys, some of you guys might not. If you're one of those guys, I still say the same thing I've always said. I don't expect you to sit around and boo-hoo and cry or go out looking for your purpose. I say let your purpose find you. All right, just for my purple pill, guys, like I say, let love find you. Okay? That's the same way I feel about that. So in the meantime, you have to get an education or a trade, sacrifice, even if that means you having to work, because you're going to be here. So you might as well make it as pleasant as possible. You're going to be here 50, 60, 70, 80 years. You're going to be here. Do you want to sit around bitching and complaining about life sucks and all I do is work and pay bills? Or do you, I'm going to tell you something. I bet Drake ain't sitting around saying, man, what's the meaning of life? I bet you Leonardo DiCaprio don't wake up and say that bullshit because they live in life. Okay, guys? I'm trying to get my lifestyle to like match their lifestyle. Okay, not with the women and stuff. I'm just trying to be on the greatness as they are. They legends. If they die right now, they gonna be remembered forever. That's how I'm trying to carry it. That's how I'm trying to carry myself, guys. I want to be a legend just like that. Jay-Z died right now. He's a fucking legend. Okay? I want to be like that. So you're going to be here. And this is the thing, guys. Y'all guys got to understand this. If you're watching this and you're 20 and 30, it don't get no better as you get older. See, you young right now, right? You young. So you can go out and you can do little odds and ends jobs. You think it's going to get better when you're 60? No, it's not. As your body breaks down, as your energy comes down, you supposed to bust your ass while you younger. So when you start to get in your twilight years, your 40s, 50s, and 60s, you can start to scale it back. Some people, this is how you end up seeing guys 40, 50, 60 years old living with their sister and shit like that right there. As any of y'all guys have seen. This is how it fucking happens. Didn't do what they supposed to did when they was in their 20s and 30s when they was healthy and young, and now they in their 50s and 60s, and now they gotta live with their sister or live with their children. Bust your ass while you young, that way you can coast once you get about my age. Okay, guys, so that is the meaning of life, guys. Leaving a legacy that could be through a child or your purpose in life, and in the meantime, having hobbies, friends, and a purpose in life to keep you happy because you're going to be here. So you might as well find things that you love to do. You're going to be here, so you might as well find things that you love to do and make it as enjoyable as possible. We all got bills. Nobody's going to take care of none of us. Period. Nobody's going to take care of you. You got to be here. You got to pay bills. So you might as well make sure you're doing something you love to get paid for it, guys. There's no way of fucking around it. Stop feeling sorry. All you guys that are still feeling sorry for yourself, stop feeling sorry for yourself. This is life. Life sucks, then you die. I think Vince McMahon said that shit. But that is so fucking true, guys. True. All right, guys. I'll get back with you guys later.